You may think you've won, Turtles, but you've lost.
I wasn't lucky enough to see the first Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie when it was shown in the cinemas back in the day, but I was lucky enough to see the second Turtles movie titled Secret of the Ooze when it was shown in the cinemas in 1991. I went into the cinema thinking I would see Krang or Bebop and Rocksteady, maybe even Baxter Stockman, but I was not expecting to see the two new villains, Tokka and Razor. Don't get me wrong, I thought they both looked awesome, but I was convincing myself at the end of the film that they had to be Bebop and Rocksteady. Who else could they be? That will be the last time I've seen or heard about Tokka and Razor until NECA released photos of a new Tokka and Razor figure last year. I was overwhelmed and blown away by how out of the world they both looked. I thought I'd never see a toy made for Tokka and Razor, especially ones that look this good. I pre-ordered right away and
something is interfering with the transmission!
here they are. I gotta say, upon unboxing Tokka and Razor, right away my eyes were drawn to how awesome these figures look inside the packaging through the display window. On the top of the box, we have an action shot of Tokka and Razor, and on both sides of the box, we have portrait shots of them both. Looking good, guys. On the back of the box, we have some scenes recreated from the Secret of the Ooze movie, done with these NECA toys. This is a new feature that I've never seen or experienced with a new toy before, articulated facial features. I'm really interested to see how this feature works. Included is a great deal of accessories. We have a shield, a wooden beam, a fire extinguisher, a box of donuts, another mutagen canister, and swappable hands. Let's pop the hood and get these guys out of their box. Out of the box, these guys look
superb.
NECA has done a great job securing both Tokka and Razor and all the accessories. I almost had to bust my chainsaw out to free them. So far, I'm really impressed by the design of both of these figures. Razor has so much detail going on, from his dirty toenails to his baby blues. He looks menacing and terrifying at the same time. I always thought that Razor looked like the sewer monster from Big Trouble in Little China. Razor's outfits, such as his knee pads, thigh pad spikes, wristbands, and shoulder pads, all have this rubber feel to them, but his chest plate is made of a different material that is held together by these small chains, which I wouldn't test the tolerances for. What I'm saying is, I wouldn't pick up this figure like this just in case. The sculpt work on Razor is limitless from every angle. So far, I gotta say that I'm really impressed with this pooch. He has a great presence. I do have a few paint imperfections on my Razor though, here, 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 and here. It does suck a little bit, but it won't keep me up at night. Articulation on this guy is pretty cool. You can move his ankles around and he does have a knee bend, and his legs move easily. His wrist and arm joints are pretty stiff, but after moving them around a few times, they move around a lot easier. The neck articulation moves from side to side easily, and his mouth can be open, but it doesn't stay open. On a side note, it would be cool if NECA released a Razor figure with fur. My grizzly needs a brother. The level of design in Tokka is stunning. This snapping turtle is a work of art. I always thought that Tokka looked like an extra character that they never used for the Dark Crystal. His wristbands are made of this rubber plastic material, same with the spikes on his turtle shell. His shell design looks awesome. Check out all the patterns going on. You can change Tokka's facial expressions. His mouth opens up, exposing his baby teeth. His beak can move up and down, and this facial expression can easily change thanks to this feature, which I've never seen in a toy before. It's one of the most unique ideas I've seen for an action figure. His articulation is pretty much the same as Razor's, minus a waist swivel. He has an upper body swivel instead. Even though this guy's a little back heavy due to his shell, he doesn't have any problem standing, and I had no problem posing him. The effort put into the design of these two are overwhelming, and height-wise, they scale nicely with NECA's Super Shredder. There is so much I like on these figures so far. On Razor, I really like Razor's eyes. They really stand out, and his armor and overall presence is pretty incredible. Toga's face articulation is next level. This feature is a lot of fun to play around with. The paintwork they use to give their mouth a wet saliva look is a great touch as well. NECA were really generous with all their accessories that came with these two goons. All their accessories are straight from the Secret of the Ooze movie, and you can create some great scenes if you had all the NECA turtles. The NECA team did a fantastic job with Toga and Razor. I haven't seen or heard anything about these two characters since the Secret of the Ooze movie back in '91, and I couldn't be any happier owning these toys, especially when they look this good. I actually thought that people didn't like these two characters and that I wouldn't see anything based on them today. But it was so cool to unbox these toys and share my opinions about these NECA designs, as I really like the villains in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle world. These NECA figures exceeded my expectations and are a strong recommendation from me, and I hope this video has helped you made up your mind if these figures are right for you. And on a side note, the best thing about these figures is NECA set the bar so high with the level of detail and design for these guys that if we're ever going to get another Toga and Razor figure, they'll need to be better than this set by NECA. Now that's exciting if that day ever happens. Later dudes.